Hi Leo, happy birthday. Welcome back to the Warriors Journey Tarot. This is your monthly reading for August 2019. I'm going to light some incense and then get started with your reading. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2019. I'm going to try to get a Celtic cross here. The way the readings have been going, sometimes the cards pop out and I have to give the messages as it comes. So I'm hoping here for a Celtic cross though. We just had the new moon in Leo on August 1st. We had the Venus in Leo August 2nd. And then for August 7th, we've got the sun in Leo. August 11th, we've got two major transits, which is Mercury entering Leo, as well as Jupiter going direct again in Sagittarius, its home. So we've got a lot of action going on in Leo, a lot of heat going on in Leo. So it looks like it's going to be a time where for love, for romance, for personal grooming, self-care, those types of things, all of it looks like it's going to be something that's got you engaged again, excited. So let's see what your reading holds for August. This is for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2019, please. What's going on in Leo? For Leo in August. What's going on for Leo in August? Can we please get a Celtic? Woo! Here we go. Knight of Swords. So this card just popped out. I'm not going to take it as the signal for the end of the shuffle because I just started. I like to give it a good shuffle. But the Knight of Swords is going after what you want. This is that sort of truth, victory, clarity. Now the Knight of Swords is very impetuous. Starts sometimes swinging first and asking questions later. Fast moving, very aggressive energy. This also has Aries energy here behind this, as well as, air signs. Could be like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is someone younger, in their 30s up to. And this is someone who's just in love and romance. They're going after somebody because it's something that would look good on, their resume. Someone looks good on their arm. Someone who's like, in terms of, let's say you're in a setting where somebody walks in who's very attractive. The Knight of Swords with their buddies would be like, okay, well, they're going to go after that person like a conquest because it's something that, everybody wants. And so they want to go after for that reason, not necessarily because they need that or want that, but because everybody wants it kind of energy, okay, in love and romance. That kind of a thing. So let's see where this goes because these cards can go in so many directions. We got Four of Cups. Four of Cups over here is this card of a little bit of stinginess and a little bit of greed. This is a card where, it has Four of Pentacles, my bad. Four of Cups is the stinginess of spirit, okay? This is where I'm going. Why? Because you've got this Three of Cups on one side and you've got this Ace of Cups on the other side. So you have personal fulfillment. You have the ability and the means to get what you want, but the Three of Cups on the other side is some kind of dating situation, social situation, someone from your past, an ex, some social kind of celebratory energy of the Three of Cups. Now, this is in the past. It's saying you are fixated on this and this energy of not wanting to move, a little bit stagnant, being stuck. Okay, this card energy of being stuck. And you can see how she's holding her hand over herself. That's why I've got this like energy of someone who's not really interested, okay? Not really interested, but going after someone because it is a conquest kind of energy, okay? So let's see where this goes. Let's just, there we go. See, Five of Wands. This is more of that kind of self kind of, insecurity, doubting yourself, competition, jealousy, fighting, petty fights, competing for the love of someone else. Okay, so really, Leo, I'm getting this energy of, for Five of Wands, in love and romance, okay? I'm just thinking of this image of the romantic tarot. And it's got this Five of Wands card where there are a lot of people vying for both the male and the female in that card. So when I see the Five of Wands pop up in a love reading with the Knight of Swords that popped out, as well as the Four of Cups, gives me this vibe of people competing for that person and people competing for you. So you both seem to be this energy of very attractive and able to manifest in love and romance. And the Five of Cups is the Five of Wands here is saying this insecurity, this kind of self-doubt or competition energy is coming from games. Playing games, both of you playing games, possibly one person playing games, whoever it is, okay? Where both of you have options, and I don't recommend going down this road because you guys can both play games until the cows come home. It's then you won't really have any fun unless that's your thing. Queen of Swords. Okay, so this on the bottom, Queen of Swords, is about, this could be an air sign in your life, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If not, this is the energy of a single parent, single mother, divorcee, very established, professional, super smart, intelligent, in control, cool-headed. Now, this person sounds like that Knight of Swords energies. It could be this Five of Wands game playing energies. This is someone who's seen it all, done it all, whatever, not phased. The Queen of Swords here, the only way you're going to get to her is by coming correct, being honest, being sincere, and being down to earth, and you know, laying it out on all your cards out on the table, basically, okay? Otherwise, the Queen of Swords is, she's got that sword of truth, victory, and clarity. So whoever is playing out in this situation, Leo, whether this be you or whether the Knight of Swords is your someone you're dealing with, or you, this is a bigger energy than the Knight of Swords, okay? So this could be a situation for some of you, you might be dating someone younger than you. They might see you as a conquest. They might be someone who's attractive as well, a little bit maybe aggressive. They might be exciting, very fast moving, but it's got underlying, this is not underlying it, but the Five of Wands is showing this energy of competition and doubting each other, doubting yourself, because you don't know where you stand because everybody's playing games. But the Queen of Swords doesn't play games. The Queen of Swords doesn't have to play games because she's got her kingdom, she's settled. So whoever the Knight of Swords is, who's trying to come to the Queen of Swords, it's not going to get anywhere unless you come with your heart in your hand with sincere motivation. All right, so let's see. Because the Queen of Swords sees through all the BS. All right, so again, back to Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What is going on? Looks like a very exciting time so far, okay, with this energy. Whoever this Knight of Swords is in your life, or the Queen of Swords, it looks like someone who's got your interest big time for August. All right. This is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And many times, you know, relationships start with that kind of thing. Sometimes where you're just playing games, you see someone attractive, you don't know each other, so you're going off of what you see. And then it manifests into something, you know, evolves into something more. So it doesn't mean that it's going to be something that's not worthwhile. But so far what I'm seeing is a little bit of a egoic kind of energy here with the Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords doesn't need to flash because she's already got her life down. All right. So this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2019. Please, can you get a Celtic cross? There we go. Oh, two. All right. So it wants to go like this. This one came out, and this one is hidden. I'm going to read both. So the one that came out, I'll read first. You got 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 7 of Swords, the Moon, 3 of Wands, Knight of Swords again. Okay, looks like 8 of Pentacles is, now if this isn't like pregnancy with someone, okay, because this is like 8 of Pentacles here, almost done, 8, 9, 10, 10 would be the completion. In love and romance, 8 of Pentacles is someone who's committed, who's going to put in that, you know, overtime, effort, energy, all their resources poured into this. They want to make it work. They're going to put themselves second. They're going to put their ego on the shelf. That's what I'm getting with the 8 of Pentacles here. And it looks like a love reading. Okay, we got the Knight of Swords popping up again. But This Eight of Pentacles, this commitment, this committed energy that you have with somebody. Eight of Swords, look, this fear. We keep getting this insecurity, fear, and we got the Five of Wands, which is like doubting yourself and lack of confidence a little bit, okay? Eight of Swords here is saying fear and restriction, where you're blinded almost, where you don't know what move to make, what to do, because there's overthinking the thing, okay? Overthinking the situation. Seven of Swords, it lessens here a little bit. From the 8, we go to the 7. 7 is where you're making efforts now, and it's a little bit like trying to find your legs. It's a little wobbly, the effort, not solid yet, but that's okay, because now you're coming out, stepping out of this fear energy of 8 of Swords into the 7 of Swords, where trial and error, see how things go. Now 7 of Swords also can have another meaning of stealing away of information, things of that nature. Maybe that's going on as well, where it's making you feel scared because there's some kind of violation of your privacy. I don't know, but if not, I'm just seeing that this fear is lessening here to the 7 of Swords, where now you're making efforts and seeing what works, okay, to build a new life. Because 6 of Swords that comes before the 7 is where you leave a situation, leave a toxic situation, and then you start over. Now you've got the Moon card. The Moon, because I see all these swords, 7 of Swords and 8 of Swords, the fear and the instability, this is where I'm going to take the meaning of the Moon card as a little bit of depression, isolation, feeling moody, feeling alone, isolated, just feeling like, you know, lonely or missing someone, that kind of energy, okay, with the Moon card. 3 of Wands comes after this, and this is showing with the 3 of Wands that it could be there's two people, you know, a third party situation, one where there's maybe possibly two guys involved, I don't know, but the 3 of Wands here with it's got this energy, the male fire energy, creativity, inspiration, passion. Now the 3 of Wands is usually depicted with a merchant standing at the top of a cliff with 2 ships coming in. Something that, you know, both of them, the resources that have come in from investing your own energy and resources into that to manifest it. So there's 2 opportunities coming in, 2 ships coming in. However, whether it be 2 or 1, okay, the 3 of Wands is showing that an opportunity is coming in for abundance and for manifesting stability in the future, okay? Because 4 of Wands comes after the 3, which is about stability and marriage and reunions and rites of passage and things like that. So the 3 of Wands is where you're just pulling in those resources that you put energy into, and now you're about to profit from your hard work. Now the Knight of Swords coming in here, you see the Knight of Swords coming in here is, I feel like this is who you're dealing with, okay? This is someone younger, and this is for the Conquest. I don't know how I feel about this Knight of Swords for you, just because the Knight of Swords is someone who is very fast moving and judgmental and a little bit cold. They're someone who wants to go out, conquer, see what else is out there, you know, and they're a younger energy. They are not stable, they are not grounded, they don't want to be committed, that kind of a vibe, okay? So I'm getting that here. This is what was out in the open because it flipped up. Now I'm going to look at what flipped down, okay? So I take that as, you know, what could happen or what has not yet happened kind of energy. Okay, so let's just see, or a side person, okay? We'll just see how this comes out. The World, 2 of Cups, 5 of Wands, Empress. Okay, so what I'm seeing here, we got 5 of Wands already, and I talked about it, right? You got this upright, and you got this down. Now, I was talking about the 3 of Wands could be 2 different people that you're dealing with. And it looks like the energy of 2 different people. Now, do you see here? You got 2 of Cups, and the Empress, and the World. Okay, this is a pregnancy, could be, okay? For real, because the Empress is about creativity, fertility, life-giving, okay? Energy here. And the World, you see, she's about to give birth. And in this deck, though, I must say there is a lot of like pregnant kind of cards, like here, Eight of Pentacles, you see that as well. So, Leo, looks like on one hand, you've got someone who's younger, Knight of Swords energy, not grounded. Or this could be someone right now. It could be this person has this energy right now, okay? But what's coming up, because this was face down, I feel like this is what could be coming up in the future, is that you see this Eight of Pentacles pregnancy, right? We go 8, 9, 10. 10 is completion. So you got the World card here, and this is a card of completion. This is a card of when, you know, the baby's in the womb for 10 months and then it's born. It's time to bring the world out. The World card pops up because that phase, that cycle is over. Okay, so it's when a cycle in your life, a major cycle, is coming to a close. The World card. It's also a very empowered card. It's about, you know, feeling on top of the world, being, you know, a global citizen, travel, all these types of wonderful things. But here in this case, I feel like it very much could be, you know, about either a pregnancy, or it could be about, you know, this karmic cycle that's ended. And now, what do you have around this? You've got the Two of Cups, Five of Wands, Empress. I really do feel like with the Empress in the world, it's about a pregnancy. But the Two of Cups here is a soulmate union card. Both people have their cups in hand. They're both sincere. They both love each other. But what's happening is you've got the Five of Wands again coming out next to the Two of Cups. This is about self-doubt, competition, feeling like you're not confident, okay, lack of confidence, petty fights, competing with others, okay, this is like just conflict, inner conflict and external conflict, okay, with others. And the Empress here is the energy of, first of all, it's a major arcana. These are both major arcana cards. Those are fate cards. Here you've got one major arcana card, the Moon, right? So the Moon can also represent secrets being revealed, okay? The Empress and the World here, it looks like with the Empress, giving birth, okay, to a new project, to a child, to a new relationship, something like that. This is also Venus energy too, so that could coincide with Venus and Leo, August 2nd. Well, this is today. So Venus is in Leo today, and the Empress is ruled by Taurus, which is Venus ruling Taurus. So take that as you will, okay? And let's just check on the bottom. Ten of Pentacles, it's a fantastic card. So here we've got commitment, lineage, legacy, long-term stability, for not just yourself but future generations. This is a very committed energy. This is abundance, this is wealth, inheritance. Fantastic card, okay, underlying all of this. So it looks to me like for some of you, it could be you're dealing with two people. Okay, one is a soulmate connection. Another one is someone young and exciting, okay, that's dangerous a little bit, okay. They're doing it for the conquest, and then you've got here a Two of Cups soulmate connection. So could be two different people that you are bringing in. Now, for others, it could be someone who represents this Knight of Swords energy, but they are evolving and changing, okay, where it turns into this, a soulmate connection. But if you guys don't stop with the competition, with this Knight of Swords and this Five of Wands competing for your interest, where you're showing how in demand you are and they're showing how in demand they are, it's going to lead to then, you know, these kind of cards, right? Like needless stressing, worrying, feeling missing, lonely, scared, you know what I mean? And these kind of cards of insecurity, instability is not necessary if you're both, you know, on the same page. All right, so because that took so long, that's going to be the Celtic cross, okay? You know what I'll do? I will put up, where was it? I'll put these here just so you can reference them. So that was the World, the thing, 7, something like that. And like this, I believe, there, like that. I think that was it. So I'm going to leave these out, and no Celtic cross. This is your read, Leo, okay? Now let's pull some oracle cards. And on the bottom we have the Ten of Pentacles. I'm going to pull love oracle cards just because this looks like a love reading. First, start with Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Can we get a card, please, for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2019. What's going on in love and romance for Leo for August 2019, please? Just have some water. Some lovely water with lemon. All right. This is for Leo. What's going on for Leo with Leo for love and romance, please? Can we, there we go. There we go. And you see it went on the 8 of Swords. Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. All right. I'm going to leave this over here. And on the bottom, you know, I always check wedding. This situation involves marriage. Okay, so there's 2 ways to read this card before everybody gets excited. Wedding is that if you're in a relationship, it can go on to the next step. Now, if you're engaged, that's the wedding coming up. If you are dating, a possible engagement. If you are married, a possible divorce. Or if you're single, your parents' relationship and marriage affecting your outlook on love and marriage, which is why you're single. So it can mean all of those things, but because it came together with retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. This card is about, now if you're single, it would be a good time for you to go on a vacation and, you know, enjoy that time to meet new people and get some peace back into your life and experience things in a new situation, new environment, okay, to get some kind of clarity here. Romantically speaking, it would be good for you as well. Also, if you're in a relationship, it's saying that if you guys have been having problems, if you've been fighting, or doubting each other, competition, that type of thing, it's saying if you take a trip together, it will really solidify things. Where it could, that retreat or that trip, that, you know, communication, that time that you spend together away from everybody else and all the noise and the competition, it's saying that will result in a wedding. Okay, so if you do that, because you see she's in a wedding dress over here, right? So wedding and retreat. Again, for those of you who are single, it's just saying take that time out, go on a vacation, have some fun, and it can change up your energy and your vibration. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship, if you guys have been having problems and arguing and so on, take a trip. That can lead to an engagement, okay? Because you guys are going to have some one-on-one time away from everybody else who might be the reason even why you... All right. Hold on, a card fell down. All right. This is Whispers of Love by Alana Fairchild. I'm going to pull a card from the top and from the bottom for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. See, this is where you see the commitment here, right? Wedding and the retreat. And I will read this to you just so you guys know that, you know, what I'm talking about. With the 10 of Pentacles, which I said is a committed energy. Okay, when you get that in the love reading, it's fantastic. When you get that in a business or, you know, career reading, finances, it's fantastic. 10 of Pentacles is a whole 9 yards. It's amazing. All right. So this is for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2019, please. Just remember that this was the pile that was face down. This is the situation right now, okay? So I feel like this evolves. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to switch the order so you guys don't get confused. I want you to really know how this stuff is going to play out, okay? That's how it is. All right. All right. Back to the shuffle. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2019, please. What's going on in love and romance for Leo? Okay. Well, didn't feel right. Okay. All right, we got take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. And on the bottom, we've got focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. And that comes up when you're arguing. All right, so let's see. I'm going to read those meanings to you. We've got Whispers of Love. Let me read those first because they're very short. So this one, Take a Chance on Love, number 23. There are so many rewards that will come to you when you love openly. Your caring will not only help the other person involved, it will also create more love for you. Let your fear go and give the love you are longing to receive. You will find that it is one and the same. Next, we've got Focus on Love. So we literally got 23 and 24, which comes right after. Okay, let me see if I can put these here and you can see them. Not really. Okay, not really. I'm gonna leave them here. So 24, look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. It's easy to see faults in other people. Think of the positive characteristics of the people in your life. Remember the things that caused you to love them in the first place. Focusing on the love will change and heal the negativity that was once there. Now, having read those, I want to read you the Romance Angels card for that retreat card. So it says, it's time to disconnect from the world. The Romance Angels see that your love life blossoms as you spend time alone with your partner or by yourself. It appears that you've become confused or conflicted by other people's advice. It's time for you to disconnect so that you can better hear your own feelings and opinions. If you are in a partnership, spending time together apart from others will renew your commitment and take it to the next level. This could mean taking a vacation, going on a nature hike, enjoying a long drive, or turning off the phones and computer as you both enjoy a quiet afternoon at home. The painting on this card also indicates a honeymoon, which could be the literal message. So there may be a deepening of commitment or a new serious relationship if you're currently single. This card may indicate an upcoming engagement, wedding, or renewal of vows. These activities are more meaningful as you spend time alone with your partner. If you're presently single, this card guides you to spend time by yourself, meditating upon your true feelings and thoughts. Be sure to take action based on any intuitive guidance. This strengthens your energy, which helps you rapidly attract and manifest your loving partner. Now I'll read wedding too, just so you know, people always wonder about the full meaning of the cards. So this situation involves marriage, it says. You drew this card because of an upcoming wedding, your own or someone else's. It comes to you because marriage plays a role in the answer to your question. For some people, this card could be a validation that you will get married and asks you to keep the faith and continue enjoying your life without worry about your future marital status. For others, this card signals that you'll meet a significant other at an upcoming wedding or experience something there that will lead to a new romance for you. It can also represent your parents' marriage and the way it affected your feelings and beliefs about relationships. In a few cases, this card asks you to look at your present and past marriages and review your feelings with the intention of healing your heart and your relationship. Perhaps it's time to enlist a marital counselor to help you both sort out how you feel, and sometimes this card can signal the end of a marriage, in which case the angels support everyone involved as you come to an understanding about the experience and renew your heart's willingness to love. So here, what it's basically telling me is when these two come together, either if you're single, taking a trip, okay, a retreat, a vacation, time alone will really help your love life. If you're in a relationship and you guys are having problems where you might need counseling and you're fighting and you're arguing, taking a vacation away from other people and their opinions and their input, okay, your in-laws, whoever, it's saying it can really heal your relationship, as well as, if for some of you, bring it to the next level, okay, which is engagement or a wedding, okay? So that's that. Now I'm going to just pick a crystal and then a goddess guidance card. This is a crystal reading deck from Rochelle Sharman. This will give you a crystal to work with. I'll give you two crystals, one from the top, one from the bottom. for August, as well as the chakras that need healing for you guys. Okay, so can we please get a card for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? And I will peek on the bottom as well, please. Thank you. For August 2019 for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, please. I'm gonna stop. Okay, Ruby, time to shine. Look at you. What was I telling you, Leo? This is for you. This is for August. And you know what? Cancer got this too. And this ruby shine crystal, it's saying this is the time to take care of yourself. Be out there. Be single, or you know, even if you're in a relationship, taking care of yourself, good grooming, being in the spotlight, getting attention. What did I say even just about the energy I got for you and your significant other, whether it be one person or two? I'm kind of feeling like this is one person that it started like this kind of energy and then it evolves into this energy. Why? Because I was saying to you, Five of Wands, I'm getting this energy of conquest, competition, both of you being, you know, kind of playing games and showing how in demand each of you are. So the ruby shine card for the crystal, it also gives me this energy because this is about being in the spotlight, being attractive, getting attention, being famous, that kind of energy. Okay, so it's saying enjoy it, bask in it. It is time. It's not time to hide. Really enjoy being in the spotlight and stuff, but at the same time, this is what the side effect here is, that's bringing insecurities into your relationship. All you need to do is go on a vacation, take a break, okay, and reconnect. There's 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. This is fantastic cards coming up in the future. Soulmate connection and a connection and a commitment, okay? We're the whole 9 yards, okay? This is the estate, the grandparents, grandkids, the dogs, all of that, okay? The only problem is the Five of Wands. Inner conflict, external conflict. People getting involved and self-doubt creating these issues where you want to play these games, whether it be you or them. It looks like both of you, okay? So Ruby Shine. I will read it to you though, okay? On the bottom, you got Spirit Quartz Music. That's an easy one. Beautiful card here. This is just saying change your vibration through music, dance, some kind of physical activity. It will really help here. So we got Spirit Quartz and Ruby. So let me try to make some space here. I'm going to put Ruby over here. And put Spirit Quartz over here. All right. Final card after this is going to be the Goddess, the Divine Feminine Oracle cards by Megan Watterson. But first, I'm going to read you the chakras. For Ruby, we have. Okay, so I got Spirit Quartz first. Let me read that. It says range of lavender, pink, and white. It's related to all the chakras. It says opens you to your natural gifts, talents, and passions related to music and sound. Opens you to the music of the cosmos, connects you to the fairy realm and nature spirits, to a sense of magic. Balances the chakras and energy field, creating well-being, invokes inspiration and balance, aligns to the pure joy and freedom that is your divine birthright. Now, for some of you, you might be musically inclined. Perhaps Ruby Shine with the Spirit Quartz is, you might be someone who's a singer, okay? So that could be the connection there. All right, so let me just read you the last message for this. It says, feel the harmonic tune soothing your soul, gently guiding you back to the rhythm of your own heartbeat. Listen, play, sing, and work with music in all areas of your life and allow it to activate, heal, and inspire you. Feel it open new doorways within you, allowing you to express yourself. If you've been thinking about pursuing a music career, this card is showing up today to share with you that it is the perfect path for you to embark on. So for some of you, if this is what's going on and you're going to embark on a musical career, success is shown here with Ruby Shine, okay? Let me read Ruby to you now, Shine. This is related to your sacral chakra, deep shades of red. It says dissolves deep trauma and grief within the body and allows you to love yourself through the challenges of life, enhances passion in all areas of life, deepens your sensual aspects of self, allowing you to receive a flow of life force, energy, and creativity, helps to recognize the source of inexplicable fear and anxiety. You see, so you're someone who is suffering from fear and anxiety and self-doubt. You're coming out of it a little bit with it from 8 to the 7 of Swords. But you see the self-doubt here as well. And maybe this is what's causing the issues here, okay? The gameplay and all that. Anyways, so it says, if you've been feeling a little down on yourself, know that it is now time to put aside those negative thoughts and feelings and start believing that you are a beautiful beacon of light here to shine your light on this world. The Devas are with you and they encourage you to look deeply within to see the truth of who you are. It's time to stop hiding and step out into the world and shine your beautiful light. You have been playing it small and hiding in the shadows for too long, and now it is your time to shine, in caps. Ruby gives you permission to shine your light out into the world and to know that you are amazing. So it says here ruby can be found in several different forms: star rock ruby, and polished ruby. Its medicine invites you to look deeply into your soul and see your magnificence. All right. So finally, guys, the last card is going to be Megan Watterson's Divine Feminine Oracle. This is going to give us a beautiful goddess, Dakini, Ascended Master, Oracle card here, okay, for guidance, spiritual guidance for Leo during August 2019. So can we please get a beautiful goddess, Saint, Ascended Master, Dakini, please, enlightened being above the for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 2019. I'll take a card from the top and I'll peek on the bottom. This is spiritual guidance for Leo for August 2019, please. Oh my gosh, that's a lot. Come on. Okay, on the bottom we got Teresa of Avila, Our Lady of the Interior Life. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. I feel like, you know, these cards are all popping up because there are so many of you who are watching. So let's go into it. White buffalo calf woman, gorgeous. Okay, the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of true love is, the path of love is true abundance. Okay, so she is a Lakota goddess. And what happened is the story behind this is she appeared. There was two warriors, young men, two young warrior men. Okay, one, oh my God, this is so good. This is just like this story. I said there could be two people, right? So the story with this beautiful goddess is that when she appeared, one of the young warriors looked at her in a lustful way, not recognizing her divine energy, okay, her divine being. So as soon as he tried to lay a finger on her and touch her, he just, you know, disappeared into ash, okay, evaporated into nothing. However, that, whatever it was, whether he went into flames or whatever it was, he just was, you know, disappeared, okay. The next one, the other warrior saw that she was a divine being, addressed her with respect, and so led her then. She went with him, followed him back to the people, and then there she, you know, continued to benefit the people and perform many miracles for them, okay? So it says, my heart is a compass, the path of true love, of love is my true abundance. So that's one goddess over here. This is your birthday, Leo, and I know a lot of you are watching, so that's what happened. That's the drop. I'm just going to keep it. And I will read more, a little bit more about those cards, okay? Now we've got Marguerite Porret, the mystic of divine love. Love is divine, and I am nothing except love. I cannot tell you what the story of Marguerite is offhand because I didn't memorize all of them, okay? Yet. I've read them a few times, don't have them all on lock, so I don't want to just give you a quick explanation. Okay, so next we've got Miao Shan, the Princess of Mercy. Giving is receiving, the energy of the universe is merciful. Now this quick story behind Miao Shan is that she was this princess, and the problem in her life was her father. Okay, now remember I was talking about, for some of you who are single, seeing your parents' relationship is what, you know, left a bad taste, okay, where you didn't want to dabble in relationships or commitments or marriage because you saw how your parents' marriage was. Now here, Miao Shan, I feel, is for those of you. Because Miao Shan's story is that her father kept sabotaging her. He was a real malicious, terrible person, okay? So what happened is sent her away after, like, you know, torturing her basically. And then when she goes away, is sent to like the hell realms, I believe, where the underworld Yama, okay, was there. And basically what happened was she was such a pure spirit that even when she was in the hell realms, she started turning the hell realms into heaven. And so they're like, okay, we love that you stayed here, but now you got to go because you're like changing up everything down here, and this is supposed to be hell. So then she went back to the earth, and then when she's on the worldly plane again on earth, she's, you know, doing her thing. She's a divine being, and then she hears that her father is now ill and needs, you know, some kind of whatever help only from someone who's, you know, pure spiritually. You know, there were other qualifications, something along those lines. And so she very generously gave, you know, some kind of, you know, part of herself to help heal him. And then he came back and found out, and of course, then, you know, they're always sorry after, you know, the damage is done. So basically, this is someone who is so kind, so brave, so beautiful, her energy, okay? And how she even saved the most, you know, someone. I'll just leave it there. Okay, so Miao Shan. And then we have Sarah Lakali, Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. I'm going to read her to you because that's another one that I don't have off the hand well memorized. Okay, and then we've got Inanna, the Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. Okay, so I'm going to put these up here. Can you see them? Let me just check. Okay, and then we have Dakini. Okay, and Dakini, it says the enlightened feminine. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. And Dakinis, enlightened beings, and also it could be any female energy even. There's all types of Dakinis representing feminine wisdom. And this is saying that when the Dakini appears, this is talking about the type of energy where she will manifest in ways that, you know, normal people don't understand. But there's great wisdom, great power, great magic behind her actions. So let me just read these cards to you. It's going to take a long time, okay? I'll tell you right now. But I feel like this is for all of you. So White Buffalo Calf Woman. 154. I'm going to read it in this order. So feel free to skip ahead if you want to the one that you resonate with. Okay, so White Buffalo Calf Woman. When your soul selects her card, White Buffalo Calf Woman is a sacred reminder that we don't have to struggle to receive all that we've desired. When we join our heart's longing with action, we find that there's a sacred way to move through the world. This sacred way is a path of steady, quiet alignment between the heart's intention and our every step. White Buffalo Calf Woman is an omen of hope that all will be provided for us when we approach each situation with love. What she wants us to focus on is the intention behind an action, because that changes the outcome. She's a sacred prophetic sign that we can receive what we need without fighting for it or trying to secure it through manipulation. When prayer joins right action, when we move from that intention of creating only more love, then abundance is inevitable. And when we seek not just for ourselves, but also for the benefit of our loved ones and community, our needs are divinely met. The most sacred path is the one abundant with love. Soul Voice Meditation. What is my intention for the work I am currently doing? Intention should be, my heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Thank you, White Buffalo Calf Woman. Okay, so now we're going to read about Marguerite Porete, the mystic of divine love. These are not in alphabetical order. Give me a second. All right, 17. So it says, when your soul selects her card, there's nothing more powerful than remembering that we are love. And there's nothing and no one outside of us that is needed in order to realize this. It's between our experience of the divine and our own soul. We can let go of what we think we need to prove or who we think we need to be in order to receive love, because we remember that we are love. Then we can stand in that truth, even through flames. Marguerite is a courageous truth teller, and the truth of her experience is that love alone can free us, not the love another might give us, not the love of family or of friends. All of this is powerful and significant, but the true source of love for us is in the fact that we are a soul and that the soul is in union with the divine. She reminds the essence of who we are and that true love is found within. Marguerite says, "Love has no beginning, no end, and no limit, and I am nothing except love." This is a time to own and to know this truth more fully. It is the most profound and radical act we can ever take, knowing the love we already are. Soul voice meditation. How can I feel the love that I am more deeply? Love is divine, and I am nothing except love is the intention. Okay, so it says here Marguerite was burned at the stake in 1310. Hold on one second. I have a phone call. Sorry about that. Okay, so yes, that was a dramatic way to stop. Marguerite was burned at the stake in 1310. The Mirror of Simple Souls continued to gain in popularity, but was distributed as an anonymous text until 1946, when Romana Guarnieri identified Latin manuscripts of the Mirror in the Vatican. Marguerite's name returned to the text when it was published for the first time in 1965. Okay, so what was this here? She was Marguerite was a French Beguine, I don't know how to pronounce that. Born in the mid-13th century, the Beguine movement was a spiritual revival among women in the late and Middle Ages that emphasized an imitation of Christ's life. These Beguines, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, or holy women, lived together in a semi-monastic communities. They were not nuns, they didn't take formal vows, and could leave at any point, but they lived with shared spiritual intention. Marguerite wrote a spiritual masterpiece titled The Mirror of Simple Souls. It reveals the spiritual process she went through to be transformed by divine love. I am God, says love, for love is God, and God is love, and this soul is God by the condition of love. So by 1306, the Bishop of Cambrai deemed her work heretical and condemned it to be burned in Poret's presence. Even so, it continued to circulate widely throughout the Middle Ages, and in some ecclesiastical centers, it was embraced as an almost canonical piece of theology. Poret was ordered to stop circulating her book and to recant her ideas of God as love, but she refused. Marguerite was arrested as a relapsed heretic and a free spirit, which included the belief that humans could achieve union with the divine. The Catholic Church conducted an unprecedented trial to decide her fate. Like Joan of Arc, much of her life is recorded because of the transcripts of her lengthy trial. She maintained her truth that the soul has no other will but God's, and that when the soul is united with God's love, this state of union causes the soul to transcend the contradictions of this world. She suggested that we can be transformed by divine love into love itself, which isn't separate from God, and that ultimately no outside source is needed in this transformation. It's between the soul and God alone. That's why she was burned at the stake. All right. So we talked about Miao Shen already, but I will give you a quick when your soul selects her card. Miao Shen, where are you? Where are you? Okay, 108. When your soul selects her card, the author Sue Monk Kidd articulates the process of empathy so clearly when she writes, "Empathy is the most mysterious transaction that the human soul can have, and it's accessible to all of us, but we have to give ourselves to the opportunity to identify, to plunge ourselves in a story where we see the world from the bottom up or through another's eyes or heart. Empathy is mercy's twin sister. When we can feel into the reality of someone else's suffering, we open up to the possibility of mercy. Mercy comes from the old Etruscan merc, which means exchange. or I think that's how it says, mercy is the embodiment of compassion. It can feel easy or even natural to have compassion for people who have never harmed us personally, but mercy is having compassion for someone who has. Mercy requires that we give something of ourselves, which is symbolized by Miao Shan giving her eyes and arms to the king. It can feel like a great sacrifice to be so giving towards someone who has given us nothing but suffering. Here's where the magic comes in. The law of the universe is merciful. The more we give, the more we receive. When the king realized a profound act of mercy his daughter bestowed on him, Miao Shan transformed into her true manifestation as the thousand-armed Kuan Yin, which is in Sanskrit Avalokiteshvara, or His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama is like a human manifestation of this Buddha of compassion. In China, she's called Kuan Yin. So here it says, Miao Shan is a reminder that giving is a true receiving. When we refuse to release our anger towards someone, we're blocking the flow of the universe within us. We are not harming the person who harmed us by remaining angry. We are keeping ourselves from receiving the love and light that is already ours. Soul Voice Meditation. Who can I give mercy to in this moment? Intention. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. Again, guys, feel free to timestamp for these goddesses, whoever you resonate with. Okay, now let's move on to Sarah Lakali. Now, you guys know normally I don't do this, but it's your birthday, and I feel like it really is I have to do this, so I'm doing it. All right, Sarah Lakali. Page 210, when your soul selects her card. No matter who you are or where you are, Saint Sarah's love is the kind that reaches you. There's nothing you need to perfect or prove. There's nothing you need to wait to become. There's only the deep abiding truth that love is not outside of you. You are never an outsider to love. You are love. Saint Sarah is the ultimate love card, the one that whispers what you've always known, that love is our true purpose and our only true home. Love is where we will all arrive, no matter how persecuted, how lonely, how outcast we might feel. No matter how long it has been since we felt loved, Saint Sarah is the healing that comes when we embody love again. She is here to welcome us back to the singular destination we actually never left. Home is only ever as far as we allow ourselves to be, separate from the space of our own heart. Soul Voice Meditation. Enter the heart, ask to experience love, true love, and let it fill you head to soul. Intention. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. Okay, so Saint Sarah here, Sarah Lakali. A quick what she's known for is, first, she's known as a charitable noblewoman who collected alms for the poor in Sainte Marie de la Mer in the south of France at the beginning of the 1st century. She had a vision that the female saints who were present at Jesus' death would arrive on their shores, and when they did, around the year 42, Saint Sarah was the first to lovingly welcome them with open arms. The golden legend from the 13th century says that Saint Sarah arrived with the 3 Marys, Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, and Mary of Bethany as one of their slaves. She was said to be an Egyptian, very beautiful, and endowed with healing powers. The third legend is that Saint Sarah is the daughter of Mary Magdalene and Jesus Christ. During the persecution of the early Christians, it is believed that Mary Magdalene fled with the young Sarah, Jesus' mother, and Mary of Bethany to the south of France. There she raised Sarah and continued her ministry of love, of becoming what Christ referred to as true human beings, meaning both fully human and fully divine. Saint Sarah is known as the Queen of the Outsiders. She is the beloved patron saint of the Romani people. She is carried from her crypt in the cathedral to the sea on horseback every May 24th by thousands of Romani who gather annually to celebrate her. There's an ancient chest in St. Sarah's Cathedral that contains the relics of the 3 Marys. St. Sarah represents the spiritual tenets of the Camargue cross, faith and hope, but above all, love. Beautiful. All right, now we'll move on to Goddess Inanna. Thank you, Saint Sarah. Where's Goddess Inanna? I really do wish these were in alphabetical order. All right, 202. When your soul selects her card, okay, over here, Inanna goes into the depths of her own unconscious to merge with her twin sister self. She becomes more powerful because she is no longer using conscious psychic energy to keep her shadow or negative attributes hidden deep underground. She courageously descends and faces the aspects of herself that are hard to get to when she's fully dressed or cloaked heavily in the ego. Inanna is an invitation to get naked. She wants us to drop our defenses. She wants us to see how holy and sacred it is to be vulnerable. As above, so below. This is an alchemical adage that suggests heaven and earth are not so separate. It suggests that within us, deep down in the dark cages where we place parts of ourselves, the truths that exist there also exist right here on the surface of our everyday lives. So if we are exerting great amounts of energy to keep from seeing our shadow, it is actually playing a large role in our conscious life. When we can face what we think is dark or negative about us, I mean really embrace it and see it for what it is, a beautiful broken place that's a call for love. Then we can emerge more whole. We can marry the light and dark aspects of our being, and in uniting with our twin sister from the depths, we can stop projecting her onto other women. We can see and own the hot mess we often are and not get sabotaged by it. The light must cast a shadow, and the high priestess is the one who gets called to love them both. Soul voice meditation. Can I love my shadow side as much as my light? Intention. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. Quickly about Inanna, it says, Inanna represents the power that comes back to us when we accept and integrate our shadow. Inanna was the most prominent female deity in ancient Mesopotamia. At the height of her worship around the Uruk period of 4000 to 2000 BCE, temples and shrines dedicated to Inanna lined the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Her name is Sumerian for Lady of Heaven. Her temples housed her priestesses, and they each would take a man to bed with them in the spring equinox to reenact the divine marriage, or Eros Gamos, between Inanna and her consort Dumuzi. The Eros Gamos is an ancient ritual of uniting the opposites from within, the male and the female, the light and the dark, and most especially heaven and earth. This theme occurs in accounts of Inanna's descent into the underworld to find her sister Ereshkigal. She must take off an article of clothing at each of the 7 gates so that when she finally reaches her sister, she is naked, and when Inanna ascends, she does so with Ereshkigal's power. Okay, finally we're going to move on to Dakini. Thank you, Goddess Inanna. Now this is the last one. Dakini is page 130 when your soul selects her card. The Dakini means that the task will be accomplished. Whatever it is you're currently working on, a project, an answer, or a decision, she will help see you through to the other side. In whatever form you need most, as a playful angelic presence, as a taskmaster to help you maneuver through what's hard, or as a messenger with the wisdom that's needed for you to take that next step. But with the Dakini, the answer and the way forward is not with the intellect. She is the embodiment of feminine intuition. She reminds you that you have an innate power to know instinctively what's best for you now. The Dakini means it's not going to be a straight, clear yes or no. With the Dakini, it's the third option. She reminds us there's something out beyond yes and no, or even right and wrong. There's something your gut will tell you if you can be expansive enough to hear the answer. She's not bound by the usual or by the expected. She will allow you to come up with the unthinkable, the most imaginative, and the most brilliant outcome possible. Soul voice meditation. What is my intuition telling me in this moment? Intention. My gut instinct is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. So who she is, Dakini is the embodiment of feminine wisdom that goes beyond reason or the intellect. Dakini is translated into Tibetan as skygoer. She is a tantric priestess and a female manifestation of wisdom. She is elusive, playful, and ultimately defies definition. She represents the enlightened feminine principle of non-duality that transcends gender. She contains a sharp, quick, and uncompromising energy that can feel radical, wild, and free. As a space dancer and skygoer, the Dakini has left the rigid boundaries of Earth and the laws of gravity. She is about the limitlessness of the sky, and because of this, all possibilities are open to her. In Tibetan Buddhism, she represents the inner realm as a meditation deity, the outer realm as a tantric yogini, and the mundane realm as a woman who teaches spiritual truths in each moment of her everyday life. She holds the gold tantric staff, Katvanga, as a symbol of the ultimate union she has attained. Ecstatic bliss and emptiness, Yeshitogyal is one of the great Dakinis in Buddhist history. She can appear as a messenger, a guide, or as a protector. She is known for being unruly in whatever she does because the ordinary rules of conduct don't apply to her. No man rules her, and a taste of freedom is what she wants to give us most of all. Let's end with that. Love you, Leo. Have a wonderful August. I'll come back with your weekly readings very shortly, okay? Have a great August. Have a wonderful birthday. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.